start with a deep breath. Inhale, light, bright, and happy energy. It is a Friday after all. And exhale, release all the tension from this week. And hold it there for a minute, like a few seconds, to feel that space in between the inhale and the exhale. And so after we inhale this time, I want you to kind of hold that space for a little bit too, and feel that. And so inhale. Stay there for a few seconds here. Feel your lung full of air. Before you exhale, let it all out. And feel that emptiness inside when you clean out all the heavy emotion, heavy air. And inhale again. Light, bright, happy air. Nourishes your body. And exhale, cloudy, gray, dark air that doesn't help you at all. Inhale lots of oxygen and happiness of the weekend, and then exhale. And then let's rotate our shoulders. Notice what feels different today with the other days. Does it feel like maybe the tension spot is at a different place? Is it tighter or more relaxed today? What is the difference that you noticed differently today? These are great things to write down in your post below, and so it can help you track how different you're feeling on each day. Let's rotate your shoulders from front to back and then back to front real quick. And then just kind of shake your wiggles out. Wherever you feel that tension, kind of just relax into it. And rotate your wrists both ways and do the open and close. Hold tight and releasing. And now we're ready to get started. And today I really want to talk about what we can be so grateful about our daily life. Like perhaps I'm just so thankful for having a roof over my head during this time, right? So we can do like little buildings. Now the traditional way to draw a house is usually like this, that we've been doing since we were little kids. A triangle with a rectangle, or does this one look more like a square? Either or. And then maybe add a little windows up there. And don't forget the front door. You always need a way to get in, right? Maybe it has this little fancy overhead, which is just another triangle with the little columns and the door. And then some windows there. Half a circle with long, thin rectangles. If you hear any weird noises, excuse me, it's my kids fighting in the background. It's the COVID life, right? So there's whole shapes of windows. So you can really draw any kind of shape that you like. I quite like different kind of shape of houses, windows. I was seeing a video of a guy who collects all kinds of recycled, used old windows into his house. and it was quite beautiful. So a candy can be any kind of shape, and this traditional house usually has a chimney. These two rectangles, the little smokes coming out, and then there are so many different kinds. For example, like the modern kind of squared buildings. This is what we see in Asia all the time, and it doesn't even have to be completely squared up all the time, because this is a doodle. It can be any way that you want. Don't forget the doorknobs though. And a little tree there. And then with lots of windows. Windows over here is just lots of rectangles over and over. And even if it's different sizes, it is okay too. Or you can challenge yourself with more patience by actually putting similar size ones. The more patient and slower you go, the more detail it will show, right? So you can have a different one on the other side. And you can even align with those on the top if you want, like we talked about before. So here's a very modern style kind of building that we see usually in the city. And then there's also these different styles of homes. Don't you just love it? Now this kind can be kind of almost like as if we're going to draw a rectangle, but actually there's a different roof line like that. I think this is actually a real estate local. And that's how you do it. It's just kind of like a zigzag, a triangle, but then go flat. And then you can go along again to show that depth of the roof line. And then actually has a roof over there. So if you're thinking about how it actually is, right? It's actually a surface like this that's facing you. But then this triangle is sticking out of it. So you can kind of see a little bit of depth over there. But then this other one that's facing you is horizontal lines facing you. So if you see it as a 3D in your mind, it makes it easier to draw it out. But you do not have to go super realistic, because you can go against gravity in your doodling, and that's why it's so freeing. This is a complete free rule zone to express yourself. Any shape, any color, you are the boss. You have the total control. And then you can add a little bit of bushes, like so. You can even color it in a little bit, like that. So during this COVID time, when everything is so uncertain, I'm just very thankful to have this simple stuff over, like roofs over our head and having a home, not on the street. It's something so, makes me so thankful every single day. And to be able to wake up on my bed every day, right? Just the smallest things are things that we often take for granted. Like having a bed. Now you can draw a bed like a direct rectangle, but then it will look kind of boring, right? So if you think about how a box actually looks, let me use this as an example. A bed is pretty much like this shape, but if you draw it like that, you don't feel its depth. But if you put it sideways like so, you can see these two other sides besides the top, which makes it easy or to picture in our brain. It's three-dimensionally. Just to add that two other sides like we did in this 3D practice before. And what I like to do is when I add the pillows, I like to imagine it's soft and fluffy. So the shape is not perfect, right? Just soft, fluffy thing on top. Having a comfortable bed to sleep on is so amazing, and it can come out a bit because it has a thicker depth to it. And then just like that. So here are, just add some more patterns that we've talked about before, or just crisscross lines. Now imagine when it goes down, it will be kind of different. And then we can add a headboard. Also align with the lines like that. And showing that depth, the deeper color. So mine's kind of off. And as you can see, it actually doesn't match this line with that line. It is not, I forgot the English word at this moment. I'm a little distracted as my kids fight in the background. But even so, it still looks fine because this is doodling, and it's a very relaxing form of art compared to like realistic kind of drawing. So that's the bonus of that. And even then, you can always remember if it gets onto your nerve or something like that. Remember, you can always have the option to grab another piece of paper and restart. You can rewatch the whole video, and it is completely okay. Just like when we have a bad day, we can go to sleep, and the next day we can wake up. Again, it's another day. Okay? So here I want to do some plants in the house because I don't know about you, it feels so great to have some plants in the house when the whole COVID happened, and then we were all stuck at home. And so here I just want to start with some curls. So it's sort of like rectangle, but it's curly and like so. And then you can just add some normal kind of house plants that we usually see, right? Like bigger leaves. So you kind of want to make sure they look kind of different but alike at the same time. Imagine how they open up, just curve it. So from that line back to the center line, they will grow the way that they need to in order to get more sun. So if you think like that, you can kind of understand why they're curving all these different weird ways. And then just add a little gentle lines in the middle, the center, maybe add a little bit more detail as we did on day 1. Just put some color in there for the dirt. And if it's like a smaller kind of plant, you can go like this, which is what we did for like a mug, just a sideways oval shape and a more rounded bowl. It's exactly look like the mug we did the other day. But this time it's a planter with plants growing out of it everywhere. If it's hanging, there will be lines hanging up. It's probably 3 usually. So just remember, it's kind of like a triangle situation, a pyramid situation. And it's going down with the leaves. I like the kind that look like a heart. So we can just do a heart shape over and over. Just turning different direction. It's like a plant of love. Our plants show us so much love. It makes give us more oxygen inside the house when all the wildfire was going on as well this year, and for the social distancing when we're all at home exchanging the same air, right? We're very lucky to have all these small things in our life that makes our life better and that we often take for granted. So when we doodle it gives us a fun way to practice gratitude. I don't know about you, but journaling every day gets kind of dull and boring for me. So this is a fun way that I like to do. I actually do a doodle for traveling too, to choose my outfit. Yeah, so those are some plants that we can appreciate from our home. What else do you appreciate in your home? If it's a live session, then you'll be able to tell me. But let's see. You know what else I'm just so thankful for? It's electronics. Like having the light bulb is just kind of a circle with a little bit of like a cone shape, like so. And inside a stick with a little heart there. And it shines brightly. Having lights in the house, having electricity is a blessing, especially when we're stuck at home. That is how I feel, because I have lived in earthquake zone, and now here I want to do like a headphones. So I'm just going to do this. Also, I lived in the earthquake zone where, and also with typhoons, which is the tropical storm, and for both of those natural disasters, what happens is sometimes electricity will be stopped. There will be no electricity, and those would be the hard days where we just stare at each other and imagine that's how humans used to live. But nowadays we take these things as our birthright, right? Instead of thinking how blessed we are just to have those in our lives. Music we can listen to, not having to worry about running out of battery like it used to be. Things now charge super fast. So this is today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. And I look forward to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.